experience with the fellowship and what I did this summer. So, one, what the Cansbridge Fellowship is. The Cansbridge Fellowship is an entrepreneurial program that sends 15 students across Canada to a city in Asia. The students get $6,000, get invited to San Francisco for a week, and they get to be part of a network of 88 students that have graduated the program who are entrepreneurs or would-be entrepreneurs. Two, how you apply. So right down here, I'm going to insert the link and put in the description how you can apply. So it's an online form. There's a few questions. I think like the max for each one of the questions is about 100 words. Choose your words wisely, know what you're saying and why you're saying it. So I have some tips for applying as well. And this is the structure I use to apply. Tip number one, being able to answer why you want to go to Asia, why you want international experience, and where would you go if you went to Asia. Tip number two, answer why you want to join the fellowship. So this program is run by the people that went through the program. So previous fellows are running this program. And so as most successful people do, they take care of themselves. But another thing they do is they take care of others. So how do you plan to give back to the program? Saying that, you might not need to answer that in the application, but if you get an interview, be sure to mention your plans for how you're gonna help the fellowship grow and expand. The third thing is answering why you deserve $6,000. Why you? What are your accomplishments? What are your achievements? What makes you the budding entrepreneur that wants to be a flower? Adding on to that, don't bullshit a bullshitter. It's important to be yourself, be honest, and be humble. So, my experience with the fellowship. I went through 3 video interviews after the application before getting accepted in. And then after getting accepted, the fellows have to find a job in Asia. So I wanted to be in Shenzhen, and I was primarily looking at jobs in Shenzhen. And getting a job in Asia is an experience on its own. You'll be on LinkedIn messaging people, you'll be tweeting at them and cold calling them. And so for me, I got a job at Hacks. And so Hacks is an incubator that funds hardware startups with $100,000 for 9% of their company. And it's located in Huashangbei, Shenzhen, which was the first street in China that was allowed to sell electronics. And the way I got it was I tweeted at a partner like 9 times who connected me with another partner, and then the other partner invited me to an event. The event, I networked with 5 people. The last person sent out my resume and cover letter to all the teams in their co-working space. So a lot of things happened, and there's a lot for me, I really enjoyed it because it was a very raw experience. And I think that's what I love most about Cansbridge. It's a very raw, very thrilling experience. Right now, it's about 5 a.m. and I'm in my room recording a video in my PJs. So after you get your job, you have to get your visa for the country you want to work in. So sometimes this means getting a business visa, going on a tourist visa, and hopping out of the country every 30 days. It's a very interesting situation to be in. But I got a business visa to China for 10 years. This is because I used our Western's alumni network to try to get an invitation for my web development company that I have. And that worked out pretty well. So I was doing some digital consulting. In the beginning of May, before you go to your destination for the summer, you go to Cansbridge Fellowship Conference, which is a week-long conference where the accepted cohort of the year goes and lives in a hacker house. And in the hacker house, you get to bond, and during the week you go to workshops, you go to startups, and it's kind of nice because you get to talk to executives, ask questions about running and scaling a company. Other than that, you kind of see that startups are very glamorized. Being an entrepreneur is very glamorized, and that every success kind of is a 5-year overnight success with the right timing, the right strategy, and a lot of moving parts coming together all at the same time. So one other thing I want to touch on is that after that week in San Francisco, me and my cohort were super tight. It was we'd only known each other for a week long, but it felt like a really long time. And I got to meet 7 of the 12 in China or Hong Kong during the summer, so that was pretty cool. First month in China was pretty rough. I moved 5 times in the course of a month. So the first place I lived in had bed bugs, so I woke up the first morning with 50 bug bites all over my body, and then I moved out that day, and then I went to my second house, and that house was infested with cockroaches, and there was 300 cockroaches in the kitchen. I lived there for a couple days, and I would have bagged food in the fridge, pieces of bread, and there'd just be cockroaches in it. And I'd be what the heck? My bread's gone. And then I moved, the third house and the fourth house were temporary housings for a week. And I moved into the fifth house where I ended up living with the CTO of Picno. And I ended up working for his startup. the reason I was living with the CTO was because I went to China originally to learn how to make a product and how to bring it to life. And so while I was there, I wanted to learn as much as I could. And I thought that living with the CTO was a good opportunity to do so. So like working 12 to 18 hours a day, no weekends off, just like in deep shit, you know. It was nice. I enjoyed it. I came out knowing more about myself, knowing more about electronics, knowing more about manufacturing things, scaling, and even like quality control of products that I make. So this is almost the end of the video. After this, I'm going to show an MTV Cribs episode of my house in Shenzhen, and it's going to be interesting because I'm spending $800 a month in this place, and you can see that it's like it is not the best quality of living. And then after that, I'll be on the roof, and I'll just show you like the skyline of Shenzhen if you want to go there. I think I mentioned this earlier, but like I'm going to put my email down below so you can email me. Actually, even if you leave a comment, I'm probably going to reply. Like, ask some useful questions. If there's a lot of questions, I'll do a quick Q&A. But like, nothing, you know, it'll be good. Sweet. Best of luck, everyone. Hi, everyone. This is AK, and welcome to my crib. So we'll start at the main entrance, and this is the way out. You know. It beeps if you leave it open too long. There's a nice little kitchen table there. The kitchen consists of no stovetop, but like an electric stovetop. Some Twinkies, some solid protein bars, 30 grams of protein, 3 grams of carbs, source of calcium. Kettle, some microwave down there. A mini fridge. It's like a regular fridge, but it's pretty miniature. There's a washroom with a not fat toilet, laundry machine that makes my clothes smell bad, shower head, some greasy mold, I think. Ow, I hit my head on my door. There's a sink, both sinks work, luckily. Garbage, a study table where a lot of studying happens. My bed, where a lot of bed things happen, like sleep. A drying rack, because we don't have a drying machine, we just have the laundry machine. A closet. Some of this stuff is the old roommates that used to live here. So he went back to Canada, and I just moved in with the co-founder of Picno. But yeah, this is my crib. I hope you enjoyed it. So, since I've come, I've learned a lot. I guess that's what happens when you travel for like a couple months, which I highly suggest you do. These videos are meant to document things. Not a lot of them that I record get posted, mostly because these videos are somewhat for me, somewhat for you, mostly so people can follow me on this journey. I'm planning to do a Kickstarter for one of these products that I'm developing with a group of guys from back home, and that's why I'm in Shenzhen. So thank you for sticking around. Feel free to comment below if you have any questions. Check out the Cansbridgefellowship.com, which will help you learn about more of the program. And if you comment below, I'll give you my 2 cents. And yeah, thank you for watching. Take care, and best of luck on your application.